This is the Normal Nerds Podcast, where two very normal dudes talk about very nerdy stuff. And whatever else you feel like talking about. I'm your host, Maxwell Cercia.
And I'm your host, who definitely doesn't want your as a tennis partner, Davis Bates.
This episode is our weekly anime review, so sit back, relax, and welcome to the Normal Nerds Podcast. All right, Davis.
Yo.
Another weekly anime review. The only thing we do right now.
Apparently, yeah. It's the holidays. It's a little rough right now.
There'll be a Normal Nerds New Year.
Yeah, we'll get back. We'll get back on a regular schedule after that.
Yeah.
You know?
But weekly anime review.
We can never let the anime review pass.
No, that's the
Especially
whole reason we started the podcast.
Right now, we're in such a good anime cycle.
What a great anime cycle.
It's amazing, dude. But yeah.
But let's start with anime. We've started with all season long for this season. Spy X Family season.
Still season one.
And another great episode in the books.
Oh my god. This was... it was a two-parter, obviously. We got into the back into the tennis match with the cheating kids.
The underground tennis match.
The underground tennis match in the underground tennis arena, which I thought was so cool. And it was
So
all...
cool
I mean,
that you asked for it in a D&D campaign.
I did do that. I forgot about that. Yeah, I did it.
That'd be really cool.
I mean, not a bad idea. I'm just saying, we do a lot of underground stuff in D&D. Might be a tennis match.
We do a lot of underground stuff.
I think it'd be pretty funny. And no one else in that group is watching Spy X Family right now. So
they'll be like, what, a tennis match?
Exactly. But no, it was a great episode. Picked up from where we saw last week with, all this cheating and shit going on. And obviously it has no effect on the master spies that Twilight and Nightfall are. They're dodging everything left and right. The net's even going up and down. They have a sniper up there, and they're just like, this is nothing. Of course,
the kids with the shooting rubber.
Oh my god! And Twilight's wearing a bulletproof vest because he anticipated this whole situation. Just in case. Even Nightfall was like, he thought about that.
Yeah, I know.
Like even she was like, that's not something normal to think about, but okay. It was wild, and the animation they did on this was nuts.
Very good.
This was insane
Very
animation,
good.
just like My Hero level, like balls flying everywhere, hitting everything. It was so good.
I think that's where we were talking about. Is like what I was saying is like, if this anime came out like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So Naruto came out like 20 plus years ago.
Yeah.
Or around 20 years ago. Hey, soon.
Yeah, true.
I think it's 17th.
Yeah, it's coming back around.
So
Hopefully.
we got 3 days, and we'll find out what that's about.
I hope it's not nothing.
I hope if it's some stupid like Naruto says Happy or Merry Christmas, I'm gonna be like, shut the fuck up. Anyways,
Berserk has one of those too. Yeah,
Berserker's coming back.
That's what they announced?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good animation studio, come on.
But and Naruto's animation was great, god tier animation.
Yeah.
But if Slice of Life would have been just crap looking, and nowadays we get to see like Shonen level animation in Slice of Life. So we got to see like you said, this tennis match has My Hero level Shonen level, and it makes it so it's like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive.
It is such a good time to be alive. I'm very happy with what we're doing right now. And like this episode, the animation, this whole tennis match was so good that I forgot why they were there. And when they're doing the painting thing, and we gotta swap out this painting for this code, which I don't remember what the code was for, some fucking nonsense. I was like, oh yeah, this was the mission. I forgot about this. Mm-hmm. That's cool. Can we go back to playing tennis though?
Yeah.
And even Twilight's even so good that he made that like one kid like regret cheating now.
Oh yeah,
He changed his life.
He's like, oh, and then the dad was proud of him. He's like, way to move it around.
What an addition to our family.
I know. I was like,
and the sister was just like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah,
this is so stupid.
She's not wrong.
They're not wrong. It was hilarious.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
I do love that the whole mission was a waste of time because it was just a guy who had a bunch of pictures of young actresses.
His personal collection his wife wanted him to throw out. He was like, no, it's too precious. So he hid it in a government vault.
Yeah, and it was all allegory for that sometimes you need to have big lies to keep your family together and blah, blah. So Twilight could be like...
Oh, yeah, that's what it was, wasn't it?
It was all a huge thing for that. But most importantly...
Yes.
Nightfall, great character ad. We all love
100%. Love her.
And she comes in and immediately challenges Yor to a tennis match. So they draw up a tennis...
in the dirt. Tennis court in the dirt.
Tennis court, thank you. Tennis court in the dirt that has no net, so I don't really know how that works.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. But okay, all right, whatever. We're just imagining it's there.
And then I love when Yor throws it up and she swings that, and we were getting hyped.
Yeah, we were just like, let's go, because we've been talking about like Yor would kick this chick's ass if they were playing like tennis right now. And we were literally like, we want Yor as our tennis partner, not Nightfall.
Oh yeah,
because of her insane strength.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, that too.
But and then she swings and misses, and I'm like, oh man, well maybe Yor's never played tennis or whatever. And then the ball
just disintegrates into pieces, and like, oh my god, everyone just like everyone but Twilight is stunned.
Yeah, he's just like,
and what I
shouldn't do it.
What I like about that too is that Yor went, I did it again.
Yeah,
because she already wrecked the ball a couple times.
Oh my god.
And Nightfall is just like, wait, like Yor's going to serve again. It's like, wait,
what just happened? And then literally Dragon Ball like super animation level, like she hits the thing, it's like breaking the sound barrier.
Fast as we went Mach 1.
Yeah,
I was gonna go completely out, so because Yor has no control. That's why that's why I don't want her as a tennis partner now, because she has no control.
I don't know why Nightfall even attempted to hit it, because
Nightfall had to prove. She had to prove that she could withstand the shot, and she couldn't.
No,
it felt good for her for not having every limb broken, but it shattered her racket.
Yeah.
Oh my
god,
was
awesome.
Yeah, that was. I just love the sound like went away, and just like Nightfall's the entire time was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. She went on this hardcore secret mission in an underground tennis ring where she's getting shot at by snipers, and this is what scared her the most. This was the most dangerous threat to her life that day.
Yor is super strong. I like how Twilight's not surprised. He's like, this is why I told you shouldn't have done that. And I'm like, but how do you not know what Yor does?
Twilight's the smartest dumb person, or the dumbest smart person in the room.
So of course, Nightfall went into the mountains to train as
that was a great after credit scene there, just like
anime tradition, gotta go to the mountains.
Even the animals are scared of her.
What was the preview? I don't remember. There was a lot of stuff going on in the preview.
Bang, 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 bang. I don't know. That's the sound they make when they do it.
Okay. But another great episode.
I don't remember what the preview was. It was something, I want to say
Damien's involved.
Is he?
I know he's in it. There was a scene with him in it.
Whatever.
Oh, something. I don't know.
We'll see in a couple days. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
I do love how Anya, when Yor and Nightfall are like, like going back and forth, like the jealousy, like, her, and then she goes back to her friend who's like loves the drama and stuff, and she's talking about like some reality TV show, and I'm just like, I like cartoons.
Yeah, and then she's like, I understand now, Becky. She thinks that all dramas are like this. Oh, I want to talk about what was that weird, like, depressing look Yor had at the end of the episode. You remember that?
Oh,
she's just sitting like lethargic on the couch, like, oh, that was kind of weird. I don't know about that. Like, I don't know what she was. I don't know if she's like disappointed that Nightfall didn't praise her. Or not Nightfall. Twilight didn't praise her endlessly.
Twilight to praise her more.
Wild. Well, it just shows that she cares about the family too.
But let's move on to the other anime we're watching, and one of the best anime of the year.
I also want to talk about. Sorry, real fast. Back on this. I was just thinking about this because like, Yor is constantly babysitting Anya. Like, we've had like 3 or 4 episodes where it's just Yor and Anya, like, or Yor and Anya hanging out now. I'm just like, for Twilight, who is clearly not vetted this woman at all, is just very happy to leave her with.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not talking like, obviously now in the show it's totally fine. But, like the start of the show, like, you were just like, here's the kid, have fun.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, this chick couldn't be anything bad at all. Apparently. Twilight's an idiot.
Yeah, Twilight's an idiot.
But yeah, no,
let's move on to My Hero Academia season
6.
Such a good episode. Oh my god, the show does not stop.
Yeah, it literally does not stop. Because I thought they were going to come to an end finally here, and they didn't. They didn't at all.
We thought
they kept the episode going. This was a spectacular episode in the sense that, like, I could honestly give 2 craps about Uravity and Toga's fight. I thought that was boring.
It was whatever.
It was
and I'm glad it only took up like a small part of that episode.
Agreed. And then Froppy came in to help. Ugh.
Yeah, Froppy. No one likes Froppy.
So I thought, well, except for the entire anime community, but like I thought that was.
That's why this is the Normal Nerds podcast. The Normal Nerds.
Facts, weebs. Boring episode. It was cool to see Uravity do some
boring
stuff.
Episode.
No, sorry. Boring fight. Boring fight. It was cool to see Uravity do stuff, but like I'm just like, whatever.
It was kind of like useless if you think about it, because like. They like have Toga show up. Toga's like, I want to kill these people. Me. And I'm like, okay, cool. She's a bloodthirsty individual. And then she talks how they both love Deku.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, you love like everyone, so whatever.
Yes, this is true.
And then she runs away. So I'm like, we didn't even need this.
What was the point of this?
I guess she has.
All we learned was that Toga told Gravity about her ability to steal quirks, to copy quirks now.
Yeah. That's huge.
Like, and
she stole All
we gotta see. Yeah. What?
The All Might doll. She stole it.
No, she dropped that.
She dropped it again?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you were right.
Because Ravity even did her whip thing and hit it out of her. And I thought it was cool. Whatever. It's cool to see Ravity do stuff and all this shit, but like I knew the entire time that Toga wasn't going to get captured. No, I knew that's just all I could feel like. This is utterly meaningless because one, there was no philosophical breakthrough. Toga's still a maniac. And we're just going to keep going through I just knew she wasn't going to get her. Like this wasn't a big villain showdown. And I don't even know. I think they're trying to set it up maybe that like Toga is going to be Uravity's big villain, and maybe she will, but I just don't feel it right now, you know?
Yeah, they don't really feel like
honestly, I feel like the entire League of Villains is like Deku's villain.
Yeah.
Like nobody else's. Yeah.
And then we got the reveal that we've been talking. First of all, I've been talking to some people we work with, and they're like, yeah, like, oh, I didn't, like, they're like, you guessed, like, Dobby was going to be Endeavor's kid. I was like, who the fuck did?
Yeah,
like,
what?
Everyone knew
that's like the most obvious thing on the planet.
And that's one thing, is we knew that.
Yeah,
like,
100% knew
we were like,
that was going to happen.
We're like, oh, I don't know, like, you know, when they reveal it, they're going to make it maybe seem like it's going to be a big thing, but it's not really going to be that cool. Take back everything I said. 100%. They nailed it. They did the reveal perfectly, like, the whole... I love they're trying to undermine hero thing.
And they're doing a really good job of it, too. Dobby putting out that video was awesome. And I love how they cut to his mom, too. Yeah. And it was like her eyes got like so small. Yeah, she was starting to recover, too. And now she's going right back into a spiral. That's really bad. And he's like, that kid is evil. Like, you know, there's a lot of like hurt kids out there and all that stuff. They have a lot of those redemption arcs. He's killed 32 people.
Yeah.
He said that in the video.
Yeah, that was like, it's like bad. Innocent people.
Innocent people. So this is not even heroes.
Yeah,
like, he didn't really see them as innocent. He's like innocent people.
And then he's like shitting on like Hawks, which that picture was pretty cool.
That was awesome.
The first time we actually got
backstabbing twice.
That was the first time we actually got to see the stab.
That was so cool.
But he's like shitting on Hawks, and I'm like, didn't you just say you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like.
And I did like this, and I know the internet probably hated this since the internet hates Endeavor. I did like how it showed that Endeavor actually wasn't always a dick.
True.
He became like an asshole father after Toya died. Like he actually remember. Like I loved like going through his head, like how he was like, you know, he doesn't have the fire and ice ability, but this kid already has way more potential than me, and I'll train him to be even better than me.
Yeah.
And then he did let the shadow of All Might get in his way, but he wasn't as big of a dick until Toya died.
Yeah, exactly. True. And like that fucked him up too, like really badly. Like it's how he searched for him like the entire time. Yeah. Like, didn't think Toya was dead either, and it's like wow. And this entire time it's going on, Dobby's doing Dobby's dance. He's just dancing around. Usually I don't like in a villain, but usually I don't know. He made it work.
Yeah, usually I don't like
insanity made it work.
Stupid insane villain who's dancing around for no reason. But his was maybe it was just so the story was really good and like
I'm just blown away that like we knew this was coming and they still somehow made it like super exciting. That is A+ storytelling. And honestly, I think I was saying at the end of I think I said it earlier. It's like that probably was like the tipping point. It's probably gonna be my animated of the year now.
Yeah,
it's probably
very,
there's like a 99.9% chance unless Chainsawman is something amazing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be able to top My Hero. This is easily been some of the best anime I've watched in the last 5 years.
And
I am
good.
So impressed by it. And it was so cool to see him jump down and do the flash fire fist and prominence burn. Like that would just
that scene is great. That scene is so good because not only that, I love when Todoroki's like, Dad, get it together. And he like lifts his flames out. And I was like, oh, what is happening? What is happening? And then Best Jeanist comes in out of nowhere, which usually we hate Best Jeanist, but apparently he's
powers. Badass. I didn't know he could fucking manipulate metal gigantic wires. I thought he just did the gene on his body. Like, that's a stupid ability. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but like apparently he can manipulate all forms of like string. I guess.
I don't. Maybe they're made of jeans, like wrapped up.
They look like metal, but maybe
you know some My Hero bullshit where it's like I took a pair of 1,000 pairs of gentlemen, unwrapped them, and then wrapped them all together.
They're stronger than steel now.
Yeah, like some ridiculous thing, and then they're gonna be like, oh my god, it is.
So that was great to see come in and was able to capture Gigantomachia or whatever how you say his name.
Yeah,
I think
that's
as close as I'm gonna get. That was great scene, super powerful, awesome. Knew he was coming back, so we'd like
it was a start episode. Yeah.
But it was just interesting. I also like the war that's going on inside of Shigaraki. Like he is fighting hard against All for One, and it's very interesting to see that happen because like maybe it's like this for Deku too, but like it looks like One for All or All for One is like actively conscious and trying to control his body inside of him because it showed that interesting when Gigantomachia showed up. And it was like it just overlaid All for One inside of Shigaraki. Like he was trying to take control the entire time. I don't know if it's like that in Deku if they're always conscious in there like that, or if it's just like he's just super connected to All for One right now. But they had just a good storyline. That's really awesome to see how that goes on.
I do like Deku also like one Bakugo also being like, let me back in the battle. I was like, badass, nice job.
Yeah.
We did something happen with him though. We did mention something did happen with him. We're like, oh, his character arc is definitely coming.
Well, no, the next episode's called Bakugo's name.
Yeah,
Bakugo's hero name. That's it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, they're really tightening up the storyline of that guy.
Putting all the stories at the end. But I did like how Deku was like, I can see it. And we're like, stay the fuck down, kid.
Tap out. Yeah. You're done.
You're done.
And this was the episode of like people going like, ooh, I can fight, but your body's crippled. Yeah. Endeavor was like, I definitely have a collapsed lung, but I can still fight. Yeah, it's like, don't know how I'm going to do that, but I can do it.
And also, but we have to realize it is anime.
Yeah, true.
So Deku somehow will get forced through and like he'll up.
Yeah, plus they're more durable people anyways.
Yeah,
that's how it works.
It's an anime. He'll get the second wind, 17th wind.
Yeah, at this point, yes.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Next episode. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Also, I don't know if anyone agrees with me on this. I've been talking to a few people and they didn't really notice. I feel like the animation went up in this episode. I don't know what it is. Like just the detail, just them standing. I was like, did they spend more money?
Better. It just looks better. Yeah, probably.
Maybe they were just waiting for like half the season, then they were like, now we're gonna up the budget even more.
Yeah, probably. This is the biggest arc ever, so maybe might as well
by the
dump all the money into it.
End of the season, it's like Fate level.
Yeah, exactly. Like, unlimited budget works.
Yeah,
might as well give them all.
Next episode. Oh yeah, next episode looks nuts.
Yeah, looks like they're still fighting. Somehow.
Like you said, we thought it was like, okay, Shigaraki, they did the in-head battle, it's gonna slow down.
It's not slowing down at all. It's gonna keep going and going and going. So I'm pumped for that. Yeah.
Yep. And then let's move on to the third anime. Very good episode again. We say this
every time. Good Chainsawman. Man. Oh my goodness, great episode.
Oof. Very good episode.
Very sad episode for
Aki.
He's lost his friend, and his friend's sister shows up and gives him that heartfelt note that's talking about him and all this stuff, sort of. And I'm just like, well, life sucks for you. He's only got 2 years left to live, according to that curse.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's an intense curse. He's gonna try it. He's gonna go make a deal with the future devil or something like that.
Yeah.
Which stupid cliffhanger cut off. I want to see what it did, but okay. But the real meat and bones of this episode was Power and Denji's new, let's call him sparring partner.
Or sensei. Teacher.
I don't remember what his name was. I don't think they gave it.
I'm looking it up right now.
But the world's strongest devil hunter, self-proclaimed, and he is going to train our two idiot devils or whatever, not heroes, people. And he's just like, I loved it. I don't know. He asked them like, whose side are you on? And either one just like, which one's more fun or which one's gonna take care of me? And he's like, these are great answers. These nonsensical, non-conviction level answers are the best. You guys are gonna make great hunters, but I'm gonna kick your asses.
I do love that.
Like how he refers to them as, I'm hunting you. I'm not training you. Cool. I'm hunting you.
I want to say Captain Kibashi.
Yeah, I don't think he's given it yet.
Regardless, it doesn't matter. Scarface guy who can move a knife 1,000,000 miles per hour. First of all, before that shit's the. I just love they're getting their ass kicked.
Yes, it was amazing sequences. Yes.
And before that, I like how you find out that they don't have souls because Denji's like, should I feel bad? Yeah, it's for another time.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine. Yeah, do I suck?
Yeah.
Nah,
I'm just eating all his apples.
Yeah, pretty much. I know they take the basket of apples with them.
I like how him and Power are fighting over an apple, even though there's a basket of apples. I know. But I love how fucking dumb they are.
They're idiots.
And they think they're smart.
Yes,
so they do that,
geniuses.
They're like, wait a minute, we'll outwit him.
To credit to them, they had a good plan.
Yeah.
And against maybe regular people, it might have worked. But they're fighting regular people.
No.
They're fighting a man who's 20,000 times smarter than them.
Yeah, and more powerful.
That's why we were laughing as they were walking. So they get their asses kicked in the graveyard, and they're walking 1,000 times because the man's got light speed knife skills. Mm-hmm. But they're walking home on the highway there. Super rude not to drive them back. But they're walking home, and you and I are laughing. It's like as they're like concocting this plan, like we're gonna be super smart. We're gonna think about this and do all this stuff. We're sitting there. It's like these two, might be the dumbest people in anime.
Oh yeah.
Like I see
agree.
that half brain cell between the two of them just like working overtime, and it's not going well.
They're so dumb that they're like, to portray that they were smart, they just put on glasses
And Power tied her hair back.
and power tie her back with half untucked shirt.
I know. Oh my God, where's we Jesus wear glasses? Their plan wasn't bad though. Like they had a good plan. Power, had spikes coming down from the top of the wall, and Denji tried to like surprise them.
Pass out.
Yeah, exactly. And Denji tried to like hit the guy from above and just couldn't. No shot. Yep. My favorite scene though in the entire episode is when he's like, "Oh, he said we did good today, Power, so we can take the day off," and then knife in the face. It's like, and Denji's just like, "What?" It's like, never trust the hunter.
Yeah,
it's like, yeah. And
they will be super strong if they can take him out.
Oh my God, yeah, they're gonna be wicked strong. They're gonna be wicked strong just after. Like they're already improving. They're doing smart things.
That's true.
So it's gonna be wild to see how this keeps going. But it's a great power building episode essentially, and not power of the character, but also power of the character in that sense.
Yes. And then we got the whole Aki trying. He's going to be making a new contract, which this underground, really cool place where they keep all the devils. Looks really, really cool.
Yeah.
Big fan of it. But for some reason, they had this really weird walking sequence where
I don't know what that was about.
The animation was weird. They were walking. I was just like, it's kind of ruined the scene a little bit.
This is kind of weird. I don't know why. I don't know what the point of that was.
I'm gonna let it slide because it's like a really good show, but it was very odd.
It was so weird. Whatever though. Great, but we're gonna do another cool spot there. Like great idea on public safety's half to have trapped devils to make contracts with. That's so smart. I didn't even think about that. I was like, oh, they must find them in the wild, and they must be the good devils. It's like, no, they're still the bad devils. You're just capturing them and holding them there. Smart.
I love also when he goes into the future devil, they're like, oh yeah, the last guy who did this, he had to lose his eyesight and
hearing and taste and everything. It's like, have fun.
Yeah. Those two are, I don't know what I think about those two. They're interesting.
I like them so far.
No, I like them, but I don't know if they're like, they could be really strong. They could not be strong.
Yeah.
They could just be like really, really high up there. Like they're big into administration. I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
It'll be really interesting.
I'm very interested about them.
Yeah. I could see them getting killed instantly.
Now, yeah.
Honestly, yeah. Now, any character that's
like
not Denji or Power or Aki, I'm like, you could die instantly.
Yeah. If that's 4 episodes, I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, the people can just die in the show.
Yes, they can. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. But I can't wait for next episode.
Good music ending, bad visuals.
Yeah, really weird ass visual ending. I don't know.
Early 2000s, late 90s.
I love this whole thing. I love this whole thing they're doing with like the different endings every time. But like the last 2 endings were kind of weak. So like maybe step up your game now with these endings.
Also, My Hero's doing this too, where
they're
only alternating. Yeah, but still,
their ending.
But like they're still in it too. I'm like, what is going on? I'm loving every second of it.
It's awesome. It's amazing. Yeah, we're in a golden age of anime. Man.
We are in a golden age.
This is one of the best anime cycles I've ever seen.
I think we're probably the best we get for a while.
I agree.
Thank you, Normal Nerd Nation, for listening and maybe even watching another podcast episode. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, and Instagram. Davis is always posting hilarious memes on there.
Also, like and subscribe while you're at it, and leave a rating if you have some time. It helps people find the show.